Yo, let's talk about recognition and respect. While I feast, the label's picking up the check. Then I leave to catch myself. The audience never... Yo, what's up? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Recognition and Respect with your boy SHNEAKY. I got the homie Kamo211 right here. Say what's up to the people, fam.
Yo, what's up, everybody? How the fuck you doing? We live.
We are live. If you're tuning in live, we're not monitoring the chat. We're just giving this some content for y'all to just tune in. Hopefully it's helpful. We'll be posting up all this later, so if you can't watch it right now, for sure, keep in touch for all the links and shit for later listening consumption. But yeah, let's just kick it off, man. I just realized you never did an episode of Recognition and Respect before, so I have to ask you the same question I ask everybody else when they're on the show. Just tell me who you are and what you do, and you could be as literal or as metaphorical as you want to be.
All right, cool. Well, me, I am Kamo211 from Kamo211 Entertainment right here, Selfish Hour Podcast. Joining y'all right here with SHNEAKY Entertainment. It's a pleasure to join you right here, man. I always see that the way you've been promoting and doing your podcasting for a bit, and I really appreciate it that you would join us up on Selfish Hour and letting me participate up right there, man.
Yeah, man. Well, you're part of the Super Audio Network, and I've been homies with Dre and Fix, and I've actually been on a couple different shows over there, fucking Packing Ganja, Social Primates. So it's I always get love from the social from the Super Audio Network, and I'm just trying to return the favor. You had us on your shit. You jumped in on my live. I'm just trying to do my part, continue building a platform and, stay connected with all the folks. If this quarantine and shit wasn't happening, we would have been seeing each other at shows, or you would have been throwing shows. We would have been, doing work together. So trying to keep that spirit alive, and this is in this digital age, Corona age, this is how we do it with Zoom and fucking virtual interviews and shit,
Quarantine edition style, but yeah, it is what it is, and we're us as artists. We're also how do I say it? We're also like role models and examples to people. So most definitely, we got to show them that we're also doing our part as well as artists in social distancing and keeping everybody safe. And also, if we're doing our part, we would appreciate it. Like you guys respect the others as well, because some of us do take it serious, some of us don't, some of us still think it's a joke. But whatever the case is, I'm just doing my part, keeping it social, wearing a mask to roam around everywhere like that. So some places don't let you even go in if you don't have a mask.
Yeah, I mean, I've been seeing a lot of signs that say, mask, no entrance. Are you working right now? Are you deemed quote unquote essential? Are you still out there on the front lines? You working from home? What's your situation right now?
My financial situation is that I'm working, which a part of me kind of wish I kind of didn't, because I'm trying to do my part and fully stay at home. But I am taking precaution and washing my hands continuously all the time. They're just starting to look like chicken hands, like always get up and scribble and shit.
Yeah, for sure.
So now I got to carry around some lotion so my knuckles won't be so ashy and shit. But yeah, I'm doing my part. I sanitize everything in my work area, because the majority of things that I do is mainly work with steel majority of the time. So I got to sanitize it as much. They say that it stays there for a long time, and you got to wash it along with your hands. And just the main idea and my knowledge of what I'm understanding the virus is contact. So whatever you touch, and as long as you touch your face and then your whole everything, you jeopardize yourself for getting sick by transferring it from your hands to your face. So I'm just staying distance. And
you say you work with a lot of steel, right? So before this whole thing, was there a big emphasis on sanitation and cleaning and all disinfecting, or is that something that they implemented after?
It's more definitely after. Me personally, I clean up my place. I don't want them talking shit later that it was because of not trash everywhere. But I always try to maintain as much as possible. Always cleaning out my area, and as much as I could. Because sometimes they always have me here, they have me there, they always have me doing a lot of things. I don't really necessarily stick in one position. So that's why I've been working for the past 8 years, like nice and continuously right there. So the fact that I'm still going is good. I'm glad that I could do my part, because bills still got to get paid. So I know how people feel. If I wasn't working and I still have things to do and payments and a family to provide, I would be fucking outraged as well. I fully understand others right now.
Yeah, man. Well, it sounds like you're definitely one of the blessed, privileged ones to still have a job. I'm glad you're keeping safe and all that. You mentioned we're artists, but you didn't actually in your intro say what you do, or you rap, right? And you put out music.
I actually been doing things and mainly just writing. At first, started off just writing lyrics. And later on, I started actually recording. And then along the way, I started helping out other people, like to do some of their music. Like I hook them up with hooks, or maybe like help them out rephrase certain things or pronunciation and stuff. But yeah, mainly I do the music, but I help out as well. Like when it comes to music, because I really love it. I do a lot of things. I also play the harmonica and the keyboard as much as I could as well.
Oh yeah, I saw you. You posted a live video or a video, right, of you playing the harmonica. You're like quarantine skills and shit.
This is what, yeah. So I started just like working out with a few harmonica ones right there. And then one time I joined the. Oh, okay, my bad. You going to disconnect you?
What happened?
Your way? No, because my girl wants to get the charger, and I'm like next to her, like, oh, am I in your way?
Oh, here we go, bro. See, this is what happens when you don't have the studio, man.
Nah, fully. Nah, but we got good. It's just I was next to the charger. So it's all good now.
So you also have a podcast, right? And
Yeah.
have you? I don't know. I haven't. I know Dre's been doing other stuff with the social media and the content lately. Are you guys not doing shows right now, or what's the deal with that?
Well, the thing is, I still wanted to keep pushing it and going about it. The fucked up thing is I had a perfectly nice schedule and already had the last 3 bands ready to finish up season 2 of Selfish Hour Punk Rock. So what I've been doing lately is one was the Corona Watch, was when this barely happened. It was like the week after my show scheduled, and we had to cancel with Eddie from the Hillview Band. Shout out to Eddie, but we got back again next week on Tuesday. We go live with the Hillview Band, and we're going back about it the same way, but only this time through Skype. So that's the way we've been doing it, and I was actually surprised people still want to do it, but I'm glad they still want to go ahead and participate, because it lets me see that I'm doing something right too. That even though they can't physically be there, a Skype call or a phone call is good. We even for Corona Watch, we even heard shout out to the Luke Scholars. They called in too and they told us what they thought about it as well. So yeah, we're doing our part, and shows are still going on. Certain other shows we couldn't do, but now we're all trying to adapt to it and work with the Skype as much as we could right there at the network.
No, I totally feel you, bro. I was talking to Echo last night to say about the same shit. Is like the right now the quality and the video, it's not as good as we would want it, and the vibe is not. It's not the same as being in person, but you got to do what you can do. You got to still bring it out to the people. You still got to give people a place to go and talk. I know bands who are not performing right now and who would have, didn't stock up on content. I'm pretty sure they're happy to have a show that they can go on and like talk about and still bring awareness to their band and their music and still try to push whatever they were doing before this got locked down. So I mean, I'm glad it's still going on. Shout out Dre, always doing his best to like make sure shows happen and workarounds and all that, and good shit for you, man. So how have you been getting through this coronavirus struggle though? Like, did you personally feel I've heard common stories about depression and anxiety and like not wanting to get out of bed and not being able to like be creative and even trying to force yourself to write, make beats, make music. Did you feel any of that?
The anxiety part, I would honestly say yeah, because as soon as I started seeing shit and then people saying that it's being serious and we got to get locked down, and then we like pretty soon the law is going to be that you got to like, well, this was when it really started. I had like an anxiety attack myself because they're saying that people got to be wearing it sometimes. Even I saw like a person or two rocking it on the last show that I went to support was Mother Rose. Night Flair told me that he gave me the invite for the Mother Rose release, and I went over there. I started seeing some people wearing it, and that's when I noticed that it started being a serious thing. And then I go around to stores and say they won't let you in if you don't have like a mask or gloves, but they didn't really make it that serious yet. It was really like the peak of it, and then after that, once you start seeing it and everybody's like that, and then you start seeing, they're telling you that it's transferable through coughs and touching, and you see how crazy close people are and coughing all over the place and sneezing. It kind of made you feel like everybody was contaminated around you,
Right, yeah, and that's that's definitely like what they've said is like best practice is just to assume you have it, assume everybody has it, and like keep your contact to a minimum, keep your distance, and all that. So was there a point where the anxiety started to wear off and you kind of like saw the light at the end of the tunnel, or are you still kind of like some days you're good, some days you're bad? I know you're working, so it's probably harder to like, that probably adds to it, right? Because you're actually out there in the world.
Yeah, that's actually where it happened. It was fucked up because usually I'm a very control type fellow, you know, like I'm a mellow type guy, you know. You and me, we be doing the same thing right now. A little quick
Little chief, little major smoke kid.
Yeah, you know, give me a little break, relax, you know, enjoy my little edibles right there, so I won't smell. Yoli edibles, of course, right there.
Oh, shout out Yoli.
Yeah, delicious. Highly recommend you guys get at them. Chocolate covered mangoes.
For all the vegan eats, I love all the vegan eats, man. Me and Yoli gotta do some work. We've been talking about that.
I can't stop removing the smell of the chocolate covered mangoes in my mouth because of the mask. You know, it just keeps fucking slamming me.
The mask is the ultimate flavor saver, you know.
And also, I don't be tripping at work, you know, like, oh, no one can smell, you know, like everybody's got masks and all they smell is the bleach
or their sick ass fucking nasty ass breath. Yeah, dude, I bet a bunch of people got a wake up call with that mask about how like their fucking their dental hygiene is all fucked up.
Like, yo, we honestly got to go ahead and start brushing our teeth, guys. Here's a little scope for everybody.
Part of the pack now is like, here's a mask and some scope.
And look, let me tell you like this, if this was like they say the end of the world, like it's true, and then they say the aliens are gonna come down and check it out, at least they're gonna look at us as the clean human race, you know, like, hey, these fools died a clean death. Everybody here with their washed hands and their fucking white.
Nah, dog, it would just take one scan to be like, oh, there's a fucking oil spill right there, there's a radioactive meltdown over there, there's parts of the desert people can't even go. We're a nasty ass race, fool. Like, if anything.
Yeah, but it's crazy because they said that here in Italy, so my bad, I've been having a few drinks sessions. In Italy and right here, that pollution has calmed down and our air is like more fucking clean again and shit like that, you know. And it's like I actually feel that I'm over here to that. Oh yeah, it's the freshness that's not everywhere.
Nah, yeah, I live I'm in my apartment right here. Like I have like a little stair stoop balcony, not really a balcony type thing, but I pretend it's my balcony, and I can see the mountains, man. And like most days, like it's rare. It has to be like after a fresh rain or something, like a crazy wind to be able to see the mountains. But I've been like being able to see the mountains consistently for like the last couple of weeks, and it's actually a trip. I also live right in like the flight path of LAX. I live like right here, Southeast LA. Like they pass right over my shit, so I'd always see like lines and lines of planes, and now it's only once in a while, so there's definitely been like a huge change, and the less traffic, right? Not as many people driving, trucks are not shipping as much. It's just been a whole
gas has gone down.
Well, they gotta give that shit to us for free, or else no one's gonna buy it.
Yeah, for real. And I be driving a VA, man. My Expedition don't fucking it drinks that shit like water.
Oh, word. Oh, yeah, dude. Now you gotta downsize to something more environmentally friendly, bro. Can't be on that SUV tip anymore.
Nah, that's why I got it. I was cruising around with like $25-$30 on my Sentra and shit, you know, back then, and that's why it recently kind of gave out on me. So that's why I got this one. But I'm sorry, man. I can't go back to a little car no more. Once you get that fucking big fuel, you can't go to a little car no more, man. I like that shit. I love that shit. I cleaned it up. I recently cleaned the rims. I haven't cleaned it like that. I've never seen it shine before. And I'm a proud rim owner, and I was never like that. I never give a fuck about it. But yeah, things have changed. People change as well. I got blessed on this one. I got lucky on that one. It wasn't necessarily costing me too much. It was almost like a gift just due to the fact that the family seen that I'm doing good.
Have you did you get a refund on any of your insurance, or have you been getting any kind of have you got any perks from the pandemic? Any bills put on hold? Any benefits?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Actually, no. Like when it comes to that, nothing goes on hold. And the fucked up shit is like a month before this happened and bursted up, I just bought myself a new watch too and shit, you know. So it's like that shit couldn't have come at a worse time.
Wow, yeah.
And then I had to pay for some other shit for the car, and like it's just horrible, man. But you know what? Everything happens for a reason. We're out here working strong and stuff. I'm not alone too, you know. My girl does her thing, and she's usually in charge of like majority of like food and stuff. I'll take care of all the stuff. So I'm not really alone, you know. Like we're.
I feel you. Yeah, y'all. You got a unit. You got a team. There's there's some synergy going on right there. Like y'all got you got support. Y'all got each other's back. That's key. So let's move on to theories, man. You got any crazy coronavirus theories? And if not, when do you think this is all going to be over, man? When do you think our dive bar circuit is going to come back? When do you think we'll be able to do our little fucking 15, 20, 30 people hip-hop shows? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have any estimates on that?
Oh, man, honestly, I want to tell you just for selfish reasons that I want this shit to end soon.
Yeah, no doubt.
Reason, but so realistically, I'm not going to lie to you. I would honestly hope that honestly, I'm just, like I said, SHNEAKY, I'm trying for all the info that I'm gathering and trying to see what's up, and also my knowledge of what I know of being a human and how my body works. I'm just putting two and two together. I'm trying to see what's up, and I'm hoping, like, most likely the summer, the Los Angeles sun will fucking kill the shit out of it and make everybody, like, just, like, sweat this shit out and or burn it the fuck up, or we find a way to clean things up, Like, honestly, that's just my shit right there. But as for theories, at first I was kind of, like, listening to everybody's theories of that whole 5G thing, but I was all like, nah, that doesn't make sense.
I saw you pushing that 5G shit, and I saw you and Novid, and I was like, man, I cannot believe these fools are my friends right now.
yeah, and I was all like, nah, but there's a little bit of them. I was like, what's going on with this 5G shit? It can't be like that. Is it just phones, or is it like Wi-Fi, or is it like, I'm tripping out? Because when I said I was all panicked out with that anxiety shit, like, my Wi-Fi says 5G. Is this 5G or I'm tripping it?
Nah, bro, it's Mother Earth. She's doing a cleanse, bro. That's what it is. But, it just comes in waves like this. So what else are you working on? You got any projects? Any music you're producing? Anything that you're writing? You said the podcasts are still going to be cracking. You have a schedule? Anything you want to promote?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I want to go ahead and promote multi-productions, producer for the Demon in Disguise album, the mixtape that's going on, and also some old remakes for an EP. The majority for the EP and for the album, and maybe 2 or 3 songs for the mixtape is going to be multi-beat. And we're going to give credit to everybody that helped me out. For the free mixtape that I'm going to be doing handouts, I'm going to be go ahead and putting old projects from before that, even though I never released it or we don't work with each other like that, it doesn't mean that these songs were not great and people deserve credit, Like, shit happens, but these are great songs that I believe everybody should fucking listen to. It's got a positive message, a very powerful one with the old mixtape. The majority is old school ones and new ones. The EP is majority all new, and then the album is some old classic ones, some redos, and some brand new shit right here. So all the multi-beats right there for the EP and the album.
Well, make sure you send me all the links to that shit so I could, spread it and all that. And any information you come along, man. I've been trying to do my part, at least with spreading, if there's food pickups or masks available or any kind of whatever, because people still need stuff, right? There's a lot of people who are not working. There's a lot of folks who are kind of struggling to get stuff to survive, essentials, or even past essentials, mental health stuff and stuff that just they could be creative. So if there's anything that you come across, man, that I can get out to my network, let me know.
Yeah, most definitely. For what I see with food drives, the majority of churches are doing that right there. I've seen one around Downey by the 2nd Street and by that theater over there. I've seen a few people
by the Krikorian Theater.
Yeah, there it is. By that one right there, and, next to the Epic Lounge, not that far from there. I was passing around.
Yeah, it's
there,
that same block and shit.
I seen they were doing a little food drive there, and then I passed by a few other churches, and it's certain days that they do it, and majority of people are all lined up, ready to get some help and support, and it's understandable because these times are very difficult. Some people ain't working, some people are not receiving checks, and so or some of them are gonna get it when it's way too late and shit.
I was just barely able to apply this morning for funds for independent contractor, 1099, self-employed folks. So we'll see what happens, man. They said hopefully like 8 days for a notification, and then another, so like 2 weeks, hopefully, but we'll see. I'm not sure.
Yeah, most definitely. And also for as a support and helping out people like us creative right now, if you guys are artists or not artists, if you guys are artists, this is what I'm saying. Strategize and think about what's going to be your next move. How you're going to go ahead and approach people. How you're going to go ahead and make things happen. Like, just strategize on what you think you need to perfect on, or what you think is best, or what you really want to do. If you really want it, you're going to go for it. That's always most definitely right there. Right now, I got four songs that I've written down on hold, and I'm over here just like scratching and feeling like I want to go do my shit. I can imagine how other people are, due to the fact that I haven't done shows in a while. I'm like more eager than ever to really come out on the stage and promote it. So I can imagine how other people that have already been on the scene nonstop, still pushing it, how y'all be feeling right now.
Well, a lot of us are just finding out how to do live shit, right? Like Echo was telling me yesterday, he was putting on his own like live concerts. I see people doing concerts, quote unquote, in their kitchens or whatever, their backyards. Like, I've been thinking about ways to strategize, set up a little space where I could do some like live entertainment shit. But it's all about being flexible and being able to adapt and survive, man. That's pretty much unfortunate to say. I feel like there's a lot of people who this situation is going to change them. They're not going to come out being the same people they were when they went in. And not just music and artists, but like, people are realizing how important family is, or like spending more time with their family, or like, they saw how not secure their job is, and, what's the point of being miserable if you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of like perspective and shifts.
Or save up emergency money.
Right, yeah, like that was one of the biggest things. Like people in the U.S., I don't know the exact statistic, but it was like a big number, can't even access like $500 in an emergency, So there's definitely going to be a lot of people changing their perception, and artists, creatives, they're learning new skills, like you said, new strategies. There's new things coming out, and how they can, try to plot their next moves. And a lot of people are probably going to realize that this is not what they really want to do. They don't got the stomach for it, the passion for it, the grind for it. And then other people, I think, are going to be put in a situation where this is the only thing they want to do, and now they're going to be more hungry for it than ever. So we'll see what happens.
With struggle, there's always going to be struggle. So that's another thing I'm going to tell people, like, don't give up. I not being embarrassed, but I am ashamed to say that I gave up like 2 years ago, because a lot of moments where I would do so much as an artist. All I gotta tell you is don't do so much for others. Don't worry about others. Everybody's gonna do what they gotta do at their own pace. Focus on what you gotta do. Focus on yourself. As fucked up and selfish as it sounds, at the end of the day, you're the one that's doing the work. You're the one that's actually putting it up. So focus really on yourself.
I mean, you are the host of the Selfish Hour, right? You're telling people to be selfish advice,
Yeah, take it from the man himself. That's also another reason I call it Selfish Hour, because I've gone around and I've dealt with a lot of selfish people that only came around me just due to the name, or just due to the fact that they wanted hooks, or they just wanted something to really stand out and make their project stand out, and not really like work or respect me like that. So after that, I just said, all right, cool. And once I start playing their games around their areas, or around their people, and they realize that I actually triumph from talking shit, because that's how I started with the music, was talking shit. It's always having fun talking shit. I've been surrounded by fools that are on their 20s, 18, 16, while I was just 12 years old, ciphering, and they'll be talking shit about me all the time. And then they laughed about me even more once I said first what I wanted to be called was Kamo211. It's like, oh, Kamo2 this, Kamo2 that. And then once they found out how many punchlines I had for that, these motherfuckers said, hey, you know what? I don't want to call you that no more. Like, I bet you don't, motherfuckers. You are what you eat, so stop being the dick.
Got him.
And I've had foods like, what would they? My first battle, I remember, it was in 2nd Street, where I got signed up, and it was because like somebody canceled, and I said, fuck it, I'm down. I jumped in, and it was like some some Asian guy with a lot of like colors on them, like super fruity colors. So I took advantage of that, used that as his shit. He used my name against me, and then after that, when it came to like round 2 and 3, like it was fun. It was super fun as fuck. You know, I've been doing battles for a while, but a lot of people don't really like to put it up because I don't take things personal, but I do take music serious. And when I talk shit, I talk some shit. When you grow up around a family that says you got to make the point, you got to make the point, you know, and I'm going to make my fucking point.
So you said you were like 12 or 13. Is that how long you've been doing this shit? Since like, was that?
I've been doing it 18 years now. I'm already 30, so it's 18 years of freestyling and talking shit professionally. Pretty much.
Professional shit talker for 30 years.
Man, honestly, my tongue, doing that, it's got its perks, but the majority of it does have its downfalls. But at the end of the day, for some weird reason, due to the fact that I've always been kicked to the floor and always been in a fucked up situation, I know how to make the best of it. You know, work with what you have. So
I mean, yeah, without struggle, there would be no progress, right? And like every adverse obstacle is a chance to overcome and, you know, level up and evolve and all that. So, yeah, I mean, it's usually the people that have been kicked down the most and who are still standing that have the most to offer and shit, you know?
Yeah, most definitely. So when I be listening to people and what they be doing with freestyles and how they go about it, it's just like, oh damn, all that what you say has experience behind it, and I love it. You're using it to the best advantage and the best of work. And to me personally, back then, like I don't like watching soap operas or TVs like that. But you know, it's just a human thing. When it happens in front of you, it happens. You know,
like a train wreck, you can't look away. You know.
Like your homie arguing with his girlfriend. We're over here trying to have a session and say, hey, dog, that's fucked up. Who the fuck is Susie? Oh, man, she's been loyal to you, dog. What's going on? You know, like, it's fucked up. You see just, like, I'll be that fool right there.
I be talking like that at the TV sometimes. People hate watching shows with me because that's exactly how you were just commenting on real life. That's what I be doing, like, in the theater and shit. Motherfuckers like, shut the fuck up!
Yeah, but that's me right there. Whenever something like that happens, like something fucked up, I have to say something. I'll be right there, like, "Oh shit, did you see that, stupid bitch?"
So you were that fool instigating all the time and shit, huh? No wonder why people are always trying to kick you down, bro. You're over there starting fights, making it hot.
Hey, but the thing is, I didn't make up stories or make up lies. What they're really upset is with the truth, you know, and that's how you have to hit them sometimes, you know, is with the truth.
All facts, bro. All facts. So we've been going for like 30 minutes right now. Again, if you're watching live, thank you for tuning in. We're not monitoring the chat, so I'll be looking at all your comments and anything later. If you have any follow-up questions for Kamo or any, you have anything that we talked about y'all want to expand on, some folks reached out after yesterday's convo and like we were in the messages and shit, so feel free to follow up. But at this time, I kind of want to just ask, like, what are your plans post? Like, if you knew for a fact that we were good, you know, we still had to like be 6 feet apart or whatever, but you know, you could go out. Like, what's the first thing you're doing after the lockdown? You know.
The first thing I'm doing is gonna go to Motives and record the music that I have left. Organize how we're gonna go about it with the album, the orders, the mixtape, and the EP. I'm gonna be hitting up Knife Flare so we could take photo shoots. And,
shout out Knife Flare.
I already have shout out Knife Flare, our sponsor, knifeflare.la. Go ahead and follow them. Yo, Edibles and more types of suggestions right there, along with Super Audio and Net.
For sure, man. Well, you know, thank you for being one of my guinea pigs until I figure out this whole live thing. We were having our little issues, so I'm glad we figured out all the technical difficulties. This one went a lot smoother. We didn't get a dropped call. I think the audio came out better, so every time it's getting better, man. So I appreciate you and being part of that journey and helping me to get better, man. It makes this transition easier, like actually working with folks, like I said, that I would have been seeing at the local shows or, you know, working on podcasts or doing, like, you know, music together or whatever. So really appreciate you, man, and stay up, stay safe. I know you're out there, you know, doing your job. Make sure you stay healthy, immune system, all that. Get your 211s in, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you got your anxiety, stress relievers. And, yeah, man, have a good one. And thank you for everything, bro. Appreciate it.
All right, sure. You have a good night. Everybody be safe.
Yo, let's talk about recognition and respect. While I feast, the label's picking up the check. Then I leave to catch my set.